Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I was blessed to know a lot of really good fishermen in my time, and my in-laws are some of the best fishermen that I know. And this little tip here that I'm going to show you guys tonight is basically from them. This is where I learned it from. And when you hang out with the old timers, you would just pick up all these little frugal tips and tricks and ways to do things. And fishing was no different than anything else. I learned just different ways to tie lures and to make different lures and improvise fishing equipment. And this piece of improvised fishing equipment here is probably one of the best and one of the most clever that I witnessed in my years. And what it is it's basically making a bait bucket out of one of these old Tidy Cat buckets here, with these cat litter buckets with a lid on it. And there was a couple different ways I seen these guys use. One, of course, is with the aerator pump, which I'll get to here in a second. And another way is I seen these, and I seen these buckets with holes drilled in them all over, top, bottom, everywhere. And we would actually use those buckets when we fished up in the UP on a particular lake years ago when we would go up there every summer. And minnows were hard to come by, so it was pretty much a couple-hour trip to drive and go get minnows. So we had minnows to fish for the week that we were there. And the particular lake we were on had a stream that ran down into it. And that stream was cold, aerated water, basically. And we would take that bucket with all the holes drilled in it, and we would put that down in that stream, weight it down with a rock, and then we would pop our top open, and then we would go to town. We would get a whole bunch of minnows and we would put it in there, and we used that as our basically our holding tank for our summer fishing trips, because that cold water kept the minnows alive. In 4 or 5 days we'd have the minnows all used up. We'd have to go back into town again, because if we would have had to drive into town every time to get minnows, we would have had a lot of time fishing, and we would have wasted a lot of gas and time. But then to keep the minnows alive when we would go pick them up or go out on the boat, we would have another bucket that would have a hole drilled in it, so the tube and the bubble stone could go through the bucket, and then we would hang the aerator on the corner, kick the aerator on, so there would be oxygen in the water to keep the minnows alive. And this will actually work too if you have another one of these. Like if you're out shore fishing, you can basically make yourself a live well to keep your fish alive. If you're fishing all day on a warmer day, you don't have to worry about your fish going bad on you before you can get them home, and you can clean them. So anyway, I'm going to hook the bubble stone up to this, and I'm going to get a little water in it. I'm going to show you what this guy looks like when it's running. This is what the setup looks like. I got some water in there, and you can see in the back corner I got the hole drilled in there where the air hose can go through, and then the pump just clips on the edge of the pail just like that. And we'll turn it on here, and you can see the bubble stone working, putting air into the water. And then with a lid on top, you can close it up just like that, and then it's pretty secure, so nothing can fall in there. And these square buckets like this are actually pretty stable, so if you got to put this in a car to go to the bait shop to get bait, or if you're going down to the river to seine some minnows or trap some minnows, it's pretty solid. It's not going to tip over quite so easy on you. And you got plenty of air in the water to keep your bait alive. And these aerator pumps come in a couple different models. This one right here is two double A's. This is kind of the small compact model. And then this one down here, the little bit larger model, is the 2D model. And when you're ready to store these and you're done using these, you always store these without the batteries in them. And you want to make sure that your hose and your bubble stone is good and dry. And then you actually store your hose and your bubble stone inside the battery compartment, and then you can just close it up like so. It's got a screw on the back. The other one's got a kind of a hinged little trap door on it, but you close it up then and just store it with the rest of your fishing gear. And that way, you got a way to keep your bait or your fish alive if you're using it as a live well. If something would ever happen, you can use this little tip with just basic batteries that pretty much everybody has anyway. But anyway, I just want to share this little tip here from the old timers. Give full credit to my in-laws for showing me this particular little fishing trip, but I thought it was something worthwhile to share with you guys. So you can utilize a just a throw out bucket like this square cat litter bucket here with a lid to make yourself either a bait bucket or a live well, and the only money you got to spend is on the aerator pump, and then they'll last for you for a while, and keeps everything alive and fresh for you. But anyways, Modern Refugee, appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video. As always, just sharing what I learned from the old timers. You guys take care.